Hello, and welcome to the USPE News Channel. It's Saturday, December 14th, 1929, and I'm Izzy.
And I'm Cece, in New York. It's been 10 years since Congress passed the 18th Amendment, and 3/4 of the state legislatures ratified the amendment. The nation officially voted itself dry with the 36th and final state, Nebraska, completing the 3/4 state ratification requirement.
Now, a decade later, many unintended consequences has arisen because of the 18th Amendment ratification. Issues involving states becoming anti-prohibition, enforcement issues, job loss, organized crime, economic failure in our criminal justice system, becoming overburdened and have plagued our nation and divided over our people.
Issues continue to rise faster than ever, with the most recent being the stock market crash in October, which has led to a decrease in wages and unemployment crisis all around the United States, as thousands of businesses are sold and go unemployed. In opposition of the 18th Amendment, many states have turned anti-prohibition, and the call for the repeal of the amendment continues to rise.
The people have protested that the ban on alcohol have denied thousands of unemployed people their jobs and prevented so much needed revenue to the government, which could help aid the unemployed and impoverished. And we may just see that the people's artery heard sooner than we think, as Democratic candidate Franklin D. Roosevelt, notorious for being strongly against prohibition, has been rumored to be running in the 32 election.
The tension caused by the 18th Amendment has created a divide between our nation as states feud against the federal government over the necessity for the amendment, as homelessness and unemployment continues to rise in every state.
Not only are our states and federal government engaged in a bitter feud, our own people have divided over whether the amendment should be repealed, and in an overwhelming majority that for repealing the amendment are projected to win out this divide. And the rumor of the 32 election candidate Franklin D. Roosevelt running is sure to cement the fate of the 18th Amendment. This is USPE News.
Bye.
This just in. Make sure to go to your local theater to see The Great Gatsby, based on the popular book, on November 21st, 1926. Starring none other than Warren Baxter as Jay Gatsby, Lois Wilson as Daisy Buchanan, and Neil Hamilton as Nick Carraway. Critics are saying it's the spirit of the original with a little bit more. Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Action.
Mr. Big, what is it that you do?
I own a speakeasy.
Have you heard of Prohibition?
Yes, I have.
In your own words, can you explain to me what Prohibition is?
Well, Prohibition is the government's attempt to limit drug use in this country. They're trying to prohibit individuals from consuming drugs.
I understand. Has this affected your business?
Yes.
Oh, how?
Let's just say I've made a lot of money since Prohibition came about.
Wow. What effects in society of Prohibition have you seen so far?
Well, for starters, none, because I make sure that my customers get what they want regardless of the laws.
I understand.
There's people who follow the laws, and there's people who don't follow the laws.
Which one are you?
I can't get into that right now.
I understand. Do you think this amendment will be repealed, or do you think it will stay?
Well, I think it's going to be repealed eventually.
Eventually.
Yes.
Do you know of anyone who's currently hiding alcohol?
Well, I'd love to say, but we don't snitch where I come from.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you tired of walking? Well, you don't have to be tired anymore with the invention of the Model T Ford. It's not a palooka, it's the cat's meow. You can look spiffy in your new vehicle for only the price of $850. The price is really the bee's knees.